Good evening, my name is TF2 Public Ferret, and today I'm with Dr. Frobisher Fanning.
Hello.
And our guests today are Chef, GBK, and Toms. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Heyo. Good evening.
And right, today we're doing podcast 4. Now, our first question for today is, what will be the effects of the matchmaking update? Now, that was a thing that came up during the comments, actually. Letix and Baldy don't mention that. So I put it to you guys on the floor. What do you think will be, the overall effects of sorting people out into tiers? That kind of thing.
Is it alright if I start?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I think, to start with, this might seem like a bad idea. Because, that's quite a broad statement to say. And, but I think it might be a bad idea to start with because of the lack of testing.
Sorry, you continue.
The lack of testing, because if you take other games like shooters that have rankings and whatever, I'm going to take the typical example, CS:GO, and if you take that game and you look at the rankings, it's like, everyone's the same. Everyone, the only thing that differs is which weapons people pick, in a round or whatever. Whereas if you go to TF2, you have 9 different classes that all have different health, movement speed, weapons, and special things like the scout being able to double jump and whatever. And then, it's quite hard to rank individual people based on 9 completely different things.
Well, maybe my theory then, maybe it's a composite of all 9 classes. I mean, I agree with you on that point, actually. It's been incredibly hard to rate people in the first place. I mean, as you said with TFGO and that, it was that, CSGO, not TFGO, Jesus Christ, no. CSGO.
TFGO.
No!
That's a new update.
No, it's CSGO. It's that, you've got one guy, you've got a loadout. It's really easy to do that, but 9 different classes and you need an aggregate of each. I mean, let's say actually what happens is you get those, what I like to call career snipers, that all they ever play is sniper. And how do you sort them? Do you put them into low tiers where basically the sniper crash buggers everybody up? Do you put them in high tiers where what happens is you can't have a third sniper and they continue buggering up the game by being a sniper? It's a really hard thing to take into balance.
Yep. I agree with you there.
Any other thoughts from anybody else?
Well, the problem with snipers and spies is that it's too appealing for bad players. Noobs often like to play those classes, so they will often pick those classes, causing some sort of unbalance.
Yeah, I mean, what is entirely possible is, we get loads of spies and snipers, and they forever stay in the dregs zone, or what we call real Valve tier. They never advance upwards because they keep making bad decisions. I mean, is that a punishment mechanic? I mean, there's a reward mechanic where you move up and you hopefully get to new, better players. So, yeah, that's an interesting thought there. I mean, hopefully, one of the things I've always wanted to see with the matchmaking up there is better games. And as you know, I'm a pretty salty player, and I tend to dislike when I'm on a team where basically nobody knows what the hell to do. So hopefully that gets fixed over time.
I just think it'll make the games more enjoyable on the whole. I mean, you get new players coming in, and they can be in an environment where they're with other players, learning to play TF2 properly, like how to use each class for what and how to use each class, and it could help to increase the popularity of the game because you'll see more long-standing players because they won't have been traumatized by someone who has 4 or 5k hours completely pub stomping,
Yeah, I've always got that kind of idea where basically you've got this basic tier of players and they're all doing things relatively okay but kind of wrong, and then one guy, kind of gets it. Okay, I do it like this and starts winning. Is that a moment when you have a bunch of primates around an obelisk and one of them learns how to use the obelisk, they suddenly just go up a tier. And it's that magic moment. Oh my god, I learnt something, and then you get advanced into the next tier. That'd be amazing, actually.
Very rewarding.
Anyway, though, I think that's about enough of the effects of matchmaking. So, insofar, there could be a few problems with it, and hopefully, it will deliver us better gaming performance overall, and that we get a lot better assortment of players in our games.
Yes, please.
Yes. Now, I think second question. This is posed by Epic Killer, actually. Will MVM die out like Hydro, Asteroid, and Special Delivery? Personally speaking, I don't think so. I think MVM is still popular, but I don't really play it. So what's your guys' opinions?
I think MVM will die, but something like Man Up will keep going, because people are getting bored of MVM at one point, but people will keep playing Man Up because they are greedy. That's the best way to put it.
Get greed. The thing
People
is,
will always look for loot, and Man Up is a great opportunity for that.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, I played MVM a few times, and it's just, I never really got into it like standard TF2. I mean, actually, for me, it was more like a tower defense game. But to say die would die like Hydro, Asteroid, and Special Delivery, I mean, that's some stiff allegations right there. I mean, Hydro is so dead. I mean, not even Valve supports Hydro. There is not a server anywhere in the Valve tier servers that has Hydro. Only my server, because the demented man who runs it likes it, keeps it around. And then Asteroid also is very thingy. But to be fair, it's still in beta. That still could have been a nice release and do something. And also, to be fair, Doomsday never really took off.
Well, I think Doomsday is just at 2-fort level at the moment. It's not that it didn't take off. Like I personally thought it was okay at first, and then like everyone thought it was okay at first, I guess, and then because it was new, and then it's not good anymore. And then it's just dropped to 2-fort level. I think it's just not good.
Yeah, the thing is, Special Delivery. I mean, Doomsday is a nice map, but it's one of those things where it wasn't great. I mean, this is the problem. The average for most TF2 maps is it's a great map. There are some maps that have just faded into obscurity. I mean, there's some in the comp scene that's a bit different though. With regular players, I'm trying to think of certain few maps. Gully-Ocean Snakewater, for example. I don't see them around too often. What's another one? There are just so many maps out there. You kind of Double Cross, for example. That's a CTF map that just fell off the bottom of the earth. I mean, is there something fundamentally wrong with MVM? Do you think?
I don't think there's anything wrong with MVM. I just think for me personally, it's not as exciting, because if you're in like a pub server, you're with other people and it's really unpredictable. Anything could happen in it. Whereas in MVM, it's kind of like it's pretty much just rinse and repeat every time. So it's like it gets boring.
Actually, in a strange way, it does feel like in World of Warcraft doing a raid where you got to do things properly in a certain way with the rest of the team. And actually, Dark Demon's come with a nice little comment there saying, "What about Arena? Arena's another one of those ones that kind of really fell out, actually."
Oh boy, Arena.
Yeah, I tried doing Arena, but it had its own special set of problems, like who can get in and whatnot, and it was a bit rinse and repeat again. But I know, I was not exactly sympathetic with Tom though. Is that you go in there, you got this round, okay, you got to do this versus this. There's a certain meta of using this with this, and it just gets really boring. It loses part of what makes TF2 fun, which is very unpredictable gameplay, and this is why I endorse crits. Oh dear. But so I think
I play a lot of Man Up mode, and I do really enjoy it. And I see hundreds of players who do play it. There's always people playing it and waiting in the matchmaking queue for it.
Yeah, I think in that regard, then I think there's still a player base for it. I don't think it's going to die out like Hydro, Special Delivery, or Arena. Asteroid, I'm not certain yet. That's not actually come to fruition just yet, and I still think that's a good map.
As you said, Valve have kind of dropped support for those, but they're still bringing out updates and support for MVM with, for example, Australian weapons, which is the reason most people want to play it.
Yes, that's why Man Up will stay and MVM will disappear.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, you got the training camp, isn't it? You got the training mode where you don't do
Yeah.
anything.
Boot camp, yeah.
Boot camp, yeah, boot camp will go. I actually no, it probably won't go because there's no real point to it unless they restrict the servers. If they need server space, then yeah, they'll probably lose a few of those. But yeah, I guess you get all the premium weapons and stuff like that. And for some reason, you guys are crazy over. Oh, look, shiny. I don't know, not my thing personally. But okay, I was thinking, come to the consensus here. We don't think it's going to quite die out. It's going to just hang in there.
It just gets boring fighting bots all the time.
Yeah, but it's got a market,
Players are
though.
different every time you fight them.
Yeah, this is the difference between standard TF2 and MVM, though. I think MVM's still going to have a crowd for it, and it's still going to be relatively supported. So I think MVM's still a good chance of hanging around more as a kind of a sub-game or sub-type. I'm trying to think what I could equate it to in terms of TF2, but it's more like Payload Race, actually. Payload Race is one of those types of game which never really has taken off properly. I mean, how many people say yay Hightower and try to actually play it properly, or just do deathmatch all the time? Or who
If you
actually?
play Hightower properly, you just get kicked.
I know precisely, and who here actually Galaxy Pipeline except for me?
And me.
Yeah.
I kind of like Hightower being non-objective based. It's a perfect place to improve your skills.
Yeah. This is the thing, though. I mean,
TDM.
yeah, PLR has become somewhat of a TDM. It's an undercurrent game, but people still find it kind of fun, even though it's not really heavily endorsed like the standard games. Okay, I think it's now time we move on to one of the big questions of this podcast. Which is,
Oh god.
what were the best aspects of the Gunmetal update? And I'm going to go on a limb here and say straight away the box trot was the best bit of the Gunmetal update. That's amazing.
I
Tom
can
agrees.
confirm. Yeah, can confirm.
I mean, okay, we know the real thing is actually most of the tweaks and all that. I mean, seriously, Heavy got buffed out the anus. I mean,
He needed to.
really?
I don't think
Yes,
he did.
It was often like, you have the minigun, the sandwich, and the killing gloves of boxing, or what are they called? The gloves of running urgently. That's it. That's your loadout. Nothing. No alternatives.
I think actually I agree with you on that. Actually, I use standard minigun all the time, and
Yeah.
yes, actually giving the more options for all the miniguns was a damn good idea. But other
yeah.
than that, though, the damage resistance things for sentries and stuff like that. I mean, that was also amazing. Things like that. But I always felt, playing Heavy beforehand, for Heavy never felt like an underpowered class as such. If you know what
No,
I
I
mean.
agree. Even now, when you have like more alternatives for a heavy loadout, I still don't think you can beat the typical heavy loadout of pre-gunmetal.
Probably
I
not.
still think that that's your best alternative, or your best choice.
I mean, the standard low. I mean, I still use vanilla minigun most of the time. I'll whip out the Natasha for lots of scouts and pyros around, and I still won't touch the brass beast in all honesty. The Tomislav I would like to use again. It's very much a stealth minigun, really. They kind
It's
of
like
brought
a
back-
sniper rifle as well.
yeah, it is eerily
The
accurate.
accuracy is quite. You think 20% is nothing, and then you realise that now you can take on heavies further away from you that can't shoot you because they're using the stock minigun.
Yeah,
It's quite spooky for a heavy.
it is weird. It's kind of brought the heavy more into medium range rather than medium to short range of the miniguns of the Tomislav. And also, the thing is actually that silent spin up. That is actually quite lethal in the right hands.
Yes.
If you're playing a 5-cap map and you having to get in behind enemy lines and you just kind of lurch out with a minigun and nobody heard you, they're gonna die. But who else was there? Somebody said something. Oh yeah, and the Big Earner. No, was it the Big Earner? The Family Business. That's it. The fact that is a weird thing for a shotgun. More ammo, more clip, and then more firing capacity. It's a really weird change up. I quite like it though.
I tried using it when it first came out, and for me it was more off-putting than actually useful. Because every shotgun in the game so far has had the standard firing speed,
Yeah.
and everyone gets used to that speed, and then they add something where the speed gets faster or slower, and all of a sudden everyone's like, oh god, I can't use this gun. What am I meant to do? Oh god, I'm missing everything.
Yeah, I had that problem a lot with the family business. It was just like bang, bang. Oh shit, that's not my second shot. Actually, it's one of the weird things. Actually, the scattergun and the shotgun. The shotgun is actually fractionally faster than the scattergun.
Yes.
Ooh.
It is one of the weird
Nice.
things. I can actually use the shotgun a lot easier as an engineer than I can use a scattergun as a scout. I've killed a lot more people with a shotgun, to be fair.
Oh, do you want to know another interesting fact between the two?
Oh, okay, right.
The scattergun loses accuracy over distance, whereas the shotgun loses damage over distance. There you go.
Really? Now that's
Yes.
interesting damage fall off. Okay, so a crit shot from a shotgun then is actually really dangerous because
Yes.
yeah, that's interesting. Whereas a scattergun will actually, even if you do get a crit from it, it's just going to dissipate because of the range. That's really interesting. I mean, other things. I mean, what else was there? I mean, medic barely got anything.
Neither did the scout.
The scout didn't really get anything either.
The gunslinger nerf was very good.
Well, we'll get onto the nerfs in a minute.
But that's a good thing, not a bad thing. We are
Okay, what
discussing
about the
the
best
good things.
aspects? I mean, actually, the best aspects. I know it's going to piss off Tom, but the Dead Ringer getting nerfed
I
was
hate
the
you.
best.
Amazing.
I hate you. I hate you.
I actually like the new Dead Ringer. It
Oh,
allows
go
me
to
to
hell.
escape. I'm not being sarcastic, I'm
Oh.
serious.
Yeah, okay.
Can't Tom play spy anymore? But it
Oh,
is. Does he
God.
need his drinker to play
Oh,
spy?
okay. I see how it is.
I think everybody else who doesn't really main spy or just doesn't main Dead Ringer spy are so glad that that crutch isn't there anymore.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the first thing I looked for when the update came out.
Oh, I was so worried that they were going to cling even harder to Spicicle and that, and it's just that they aren't doing that so much even at the moment. Partially because it's built-in, fire resistance now from the thing, so it's just irrelevant. But I do think it's done a nice thing so far in that it's made spies play other stuff. Where they've branched out heavy to make them play more stuff, they've restricted spy stuff to make it so they'll play something else, please. And we are seeing a lot more new spies now, and it's a lot more fun.
Yeah,
I
it is.
dislike the buffs though. The spy buffs.
Yeah, actually, I think one of the really good ones was for the Cloak and Dagger. That was an amazing buff it needed because it was such
Oh.
a crap watch. And to be able to pick
Well,
stuff up when Uncloaked was great.
I used to like the Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, it didn't seem like that bad of a watch. It was
Hmm.
just that, like, you were really slowed down by how much movement you could make, but being able to stand in one spot, cloaked infinitely, is quite more effective than it seems.
Oh no, I agree with that. It's just that sometimes when you want to get into position quickly, I mean, some of us
Yes.
are quite fast spies, and we like to get to position really quickly. Got standard Invis watch, got twice the amount of a Cloak and Dagger, and it just felt that thing ran down so quickly. I can respect the fact you have to nerf it in some way, and it's a good nerf. And in the very best of ways, they've nerfed it in a way which means you can't stay cloaked all the time. You may have to decloak temporarily, pick it up, and then cloak again. Lovely little bit of flash cloakery.
Hmm.
Or uncloakery, as it were. What else was
Oh,
there?
They nerfed the lock and load, which is another big one.
Oh god, that was the best thing, because the thing is, I'd always treated what was the update? What was the one that came out December?
Just like the Christmas one.
No, it was the,
Or the
End of Line update.
End of the
that was
line.
it.
Oh, that's
Was
it.
that
yeah.
Christmas or was that?
That was just before Christmas, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they
okay.
basically just completely revamped the lock and load. I always before then it was 2 shots, huge damage, and I loved it for that it could bust sentry up so quickly. And they brought it back to its sentry busting capability rather than a general overall usage. Because the weird thing was they made this update to make sure people would use it in that regard to one-shot people, but actually people use it more because of the third shot in it, and more people got killed off by them. It was a backfire and a half. Hang on, what's going on here? Sorry, I was looking at Twitch. Answer questions. I don't know what you're saying. In any case, I just ignore that feed half the time. They don't really seem to say much, anything useful. Occasionally,
Sometimes it's hilarious.
sometimes it's hilarious. But in any case, though, the lock and load. Also, the buffs to the melee weaponry and things like that. The Claymore. That is so amazing now. If you combine it with the booties, because my new Demonite loadout is Splendid Screen and the Claymore. Because if you kill somebody, half your thingy back, and if you get another kill anyway, because of the new way it works, you now have a charge kill. Any melee kill will charge your meter. So it's great. You can actually just get into a derpy fight, suddenly refill your charge meter, and you'll charge off again. It's lovely.
Well, I was experiencing something like this a couple of days ago, where a Demo Knight was running around with Booties, Ty Turner, and the Persian Persuader.
Yep.
And like he was just running around, just killing people, and then instantly getting charged again, killing people. Like the very old Ty Turner tactics, where before it got nerfed a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean,
and now it's possible again.
The thing is, to be fair, I mean, the Ty Turner's nerf is really good. It stops you, charging like an idiot. If you charge into a heavy, no, ain't happening. You're gonna get stopped right.
I still charge like an idiot.
Well, that's
it doesn't change anything.
That's why you die all the time.
This is why.
Only as Demonite.
I mean, this is why if you use a good old charge and hard Splendid Screen, you can still be a dumbass Demo Knight and still make it work. You can't do it with the Ty Turner anymore.
Well, you have to admit, the Demo Knight is like the Demo Man's retarded brother.
Yes, it's pretty much, I mean, I remember back in the day when they brought out, the Demo Knight set, and what the fuck is this? Ultimate betrayal, apparently, to the Demo Man community. Personally, I play Demo Knight better than I actually do standard Demo Man, because I'm not a sticky player as such, and I can do it if I have to. But
don't we all play it better?
Yeah, it's just I don't really get along with it so much. It's just M1, M2, M1, M2, M1, M2, M1, 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 M2. It's great for sentry busting because it's static targets. We got things moving around on that, and it's just can I just shoot him with a nade launcher? Yeah, done, bang.
Hitting pipes is far more satisfying as well.
Oh yeah,
compared to stickies.
Especially lock and load. Back in the day when it was, full power, 2 shots, and you got a crit on that thing. Oh boy! Did anybody see that Sin video where he killed an entire team on the cart with 1 shot from a crit nade?
Oh yeah, that was just ridiculous.
Yeah,
I really hated the old lock and load just because a crit could one hit a heavy.
Yeah. People got so butthurt about the old lock and load, but I loved it for that reason. Actually, it's like, well, it's lock and load. It is a high risk, high reward strategy. It was too much that way. Anyway, what else was there about the gunmetal update that was good? Try to think.
Well, I think one of my favourites. My favourite thing was
skins.
Please.
Definitely
skins. I'm gonna let you guys wrangle this out because skins for me. What is this really? Does this improve performance? No.
It's obviously a cash grab, but I like it.
Oh! Why would you
I'm completely with Ferret on this. I mean, I like the contracts that you get. I think that's great, but I just think the skins look crap, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with that. Imagine if they actually made like a set of weapons which you could only get over the holidays, which you couldn't craft, be able to complete contracts for, and you could pick them out. That'd be amazing. I'd be on TF2 all the time for that. It's the thing. Every update, the biggest thing people look for is are there new guns? It's the thing. Nobody cares about anything else. Are there new guns? And that's it. I mean, we've got something like End of the Line, and people were just disappointed. The Quickie Bomb Launcher, Iron Bomber. The fuck is that?
What is this trash?
And then Ty Turner. Oh, whoa! They put all their skill into one thing, didn't they?
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, and Pancake Pyre's, yes, weapon pickup. I don't think that's
I love that.
It is kind of fun, actually. I mean, I respect for the fact that if you got the wrong weapon at the wrong time and you just happen to see the right gun lying around, you can pick it up. But otherwise, though, it's okay.
The best thing about it is being able to pick up dropped Ubers.
You still do that? I thought you couldn't do that anymore.
You can still do it.
It was a bit of confusion when it first came out, I think, because originally, when you picked up a Medigun, it had 0% in it.
Mm.
But and everyone was like, "Oh, this is great! It's not going to mess up things or change things really drastically." like if a medic drops his Uber or something.
Yeah.
But then they patched it so that it does keep its Uber charged when the medic picks it up, and everyone was like, "Valve, what are you doing? It was perfect, and now you've ruined it."
You gotta love that Valve trolling. I mean, personally, I like the idea. Pick up that Uber. Oh, sorry. Also, yes, there was something else I saw in there. Dark Demon, the airstrike. People say it's OP, but I think it's actually usable now.
Well, just look at Unicorn.
Yeah. To be fair, Unicorn's the only guy who really uses it, which make people say, "Oh my god, OP." When actually, most of the time, you don't. 9 out of 10 people don't use the airstrike. Not really.
I think that's just because people can't be bothered, to be honest.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm not.
Everyone's too used to the stock rocket launcher,
Yes.
or that they feel like.
I mean, actually, to be fair, I mean, the only real, for the longest time, stock rocket launcher was kind of the best rocket launcher. The only real competition was the direct hit, and even that's only really brought out for Sentry busting duties. But if you can actually use the direct hit properly, you're a fucking god.
Oh yeah, it's very annoying to play against.
But yeah, I mean, actually, I think the airstrike should be that lovely third option now, which people can, use if they feel like the jumpy sort.
I still
Yeah.
prefer the beggars over the airstrike though.
Oh no,
Well, that
personally,
thing's OP.
I love the Beggar's Bazooka. It's that I'm coming around the corner. Fuck you guys.
It's not fun to fight against.
That's because you're a scout.
I mean, I come around the corner, I'm about to cap the point. Nope, 3 rockets. Good luck dodging.
And also 3 times the crits.
Crits don't matter with the beggars.
Oh, I personally. Sorry.
So there's one thing about the airstrike which I don't like. I don't hear many people talking about, and it's how small the rockets are. I find them quite hard to reflect on things and dodge.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Actually, they are kind of pointy. So yeah.
I like
talking about?
stealth rockets.
You just W mouse 1. You don't need to reflect.
Or you do the other pro thing is, which you basically run into them, dodge them very slightly, jump, get flown across the map towards the offending soldier, and burn him in the face with WM1.
Quality.
Job done.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else is there.
Oh, the maps. The maps.
Oh yeah, the maps. Okay, yeah. Powerhouse.
I like Sujin.
Okay, Sujin. Okay. Although the thing I do have to say though, is the thing I say every time when this gets mentioned. Did they just sneak in Snowplow? Like, you were just gonna add Snowplow, no biggie. We weren't wrong.
They were. I don't think the community overlooked them adding Snowplow at all.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you fucked up. You fucked up, Valve. So one thing
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Valve fucked up, and they did. And they knew they fucked up. Added it in late and hope nobody would notice. What was the other map they added? Borneo. That was the best map.
Yeah,
Actually,
I like
a
Yeah,
lot.
I agree.
That was amazing. It's a lovely new map, and we're
Yes.
happy when that comes down on rotation or something. Okay, I think we covered best aspects, aren't we?
One more thing I'd like to add is
Alright.
that engineers can now change wrenches without destroying their sentries.
Oh,
which is quite
yeah,
interesting.
That's good. And also, I didn't mention that the Eureka effect. They finally made it not completely awful. It's not so good now, but I'm using it again, and its inability is not that bad when you consider when you're supposed to use it. Is like you go back to spawn, get 200 metal, go back for your teleporter, done. It's actually quicker because that's why it was OP in the first place. Okay, I need metal, zoom, zoom, it's done. And they've kind of balanced it quite nicely, and I'm now using it again. It's amazing. But yeah, again, you can then also use the Jag first, then get out the Eureka effect, which is amazing. Lovely, lovely.
Don't forget the stock wrench. I still think the stock wrench is very, very good compared to
Although-
other wrenches.
That Jag.
That Jag.
Yeah, that is amazing now.
Yeah, but then when you come against sentry busters like Mental Soldiers, the stock wrench with the healing of the sentry, it's just so useful.
Yeah, we'll get
Ah,
on to that in
but-
a second, which I
I
think...
now use the Jag as a replacement for the Gunslinger simply because with a Jag you can get a level 1 up quicker.
Then a mini.
Yeah,
Than a Mini.
yeah, minis did get taken down. Again, another good aspect. But minis still
Yes.
good if you just want to dump, just do a dump off and run.
yes,
That's
but
what it's really
it
meant
got
for.
nerfed.
But anyways, let's get on to question 4, which is, what are the worst aspects of the gunmetal update? And I think we all know who got hit in the pants with the gun that update, and that was the engineer. Jesus Christ.
He deserved it.
He deserved
He
it!
didn't deserve it.
Oh god, I mean, like, no resistance bullets from heavies, fuck you on this. I can't remember the sheer list of stuff they just took away from the engineer. But it was a huge amount. I mean...
The Wrangler nerf was pretty big.
Yeah. What was
Like,
it?
being able to only repair like a third of the amount you were able to repair before has really made wrangling your sentry like a do or die thing.
Yeah, I think... Sorry, I just want to continue on that. I think it basically put Wranglers back to where it should be, because for the longest time it was always the long-range sentry option, and that was a good thing. But then recently people have got into the habit of using it, bastardising its shield capacity, along with the Rescue Ranger. Thank God the Rescue Ranger didn't get touched in all of that. But yeah...
Well, they got a little buff, which was nice.
Yeah.
100 metal instead of 130 for that pickup.
That sort of thing. But yeah, overall, I mean, the healing to the sentries, all that kind of stuff, they really toned down engineers. I don't know the reason why, but were engineers always considered to be OP? I don't know.
It worked for me.
Yeah. I think they were okay to begin with. I think the annoying defensiveness, we covered this in podcast 3 actually, the most annoying aspect of TF2 was how defensively OP the engineers were, and Valve come in and reduce that a bit. It's quite nice.
They listen to you, Ferret.
Yeah. Gabe knows when you are sleeping. But other than that, though, what else was there other than the engineer? We know engineer got in the pants. The spy got some weird things. I mean, the enforcer was actually okay. If he was uncloaked, you could shoot bullets, and they were great. But now it's like you have to be disguised. It was like, wait, you've done the opposite way around. Are you sure you want to do this, Valve?
You might as well just use the ambassador now instead of the enforcer.
Yeah.
You get an extra damage on the first hit, which you would have done with the ambassador anyway, because that guy that you're trying to kill with your revolver doesn't think you're on his team. He thinks you're on his team, so he's not going to be like trying to dodge you, unless you're Tom, and then you get caught.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I always hated the ambassadors. Again, it's another case of where basically there's one revolver to rule them all. I mean, you see L'Étranger sometimes. I think they're coming back due to their ability to charge up things. I still use it. I personally love the standard revolver because it's actually perfectly accurate. And the Diamondback is still damn good as well. There's lots of options, but I think the ambassador's still winning it in terms of, most used revolver.
I use the Diamondback because I can't aim.
Oh, sorry, we didn't cover this in the last one, but yeah, that weird big earner buff. Yeah, okay.
I really like it.
It's really fun actually. You can go on
It's
stabbing.
fun when you have a offensive playstyle as a spy.
Yeah, I mean it stopped it from being completely naff, and I think they're trying to get. I think that spy really dipped into a rut of having a casual meta. Even this is what you use as a spy. There's no option. It was always Spicicle, Dead Ringer, and Ambassador. You could use something else, but that was it. And they're trying
Or the
to
stock knife.
Yeah, I mean stock knife. I actually play totally stock spy still. I think it's the best loadout.
Yeah, same. Except with the sharp dresser.
Yeah.
Well, one thing with the spy, the changes to the Spicicle, I think it's completely made it unplayable now. I would never use the Spicicle anymore, just because if you get caught by a pyro, even if you still have that fire resistance, it shows where you're going after you either you set off your dead ringer or you go invisible.
Really?
So then, yeah, it's a thing where if it gets burnt, then the enemy team can see you.
Oh, well, that shield thing.
Yeah.
Ah, right. That's not a glitch, is it? Or they would have patched it by now. To be fair, it was a glitch.
No, it's an actual thing.
Wow.
I think everyone thought it was a glitch at first. It's kind of weird.
So yeah, it's haha, Valve, lol, very funny. Wait, you're serious?
And you weren't serious about the Medigun one. Are we getting things confused here, Valve?
That's the thing. Oh wait, we meant to put that in. What? Who else got it in the pants in terms of this update? I mean, actually, overall, I thought it was a good update. Really, the gunmetal thing. I'm just trying to think who else lost. I mean, the engineers lost, spies lost a bit. Did anything happen to sniper?
Nah.
Not really.
I think
Sniper just got buffs, really.
No,
Yeah.
Spy's got nerfs too.
Yeah, the Bazaar bargain makes sense now.
Yeah, oh my
A bit.
god. Is it me or is every single update of TF2 there's always a tweak to the bizarre bargain? And it never makes sense. It's now, okay, now if you hit them in the head, it does this. But if you hit them in a body shot, it doesn't wipe. But if you do something else, it wipes. I forgot.
I just want to shoot people in the face, man. I don't need this.
Oh, thank God they've not touched Sydney Sleeper. That's still gold for me.
They buffed it, actually.
I know, yeah, they actually did buff it. That was the amazing factor. I forgot they buffed it.
They
I
played
hate
one
it now.
person.
I always hated it.
I hate it so. I didn't think I could hate it more, but I do.
I always said it was a good rifle. Valve are proving me right by making sure that's the case.
But I still think it's a downgrade when you're just good at sniper.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you could just as well kill someone if you know how to aim.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's a great sniper rifle if you're a noob or shit sniper, which I happen to be. I'm getting better. You know. Although I will say the Hitman's Heatmaker still that little minus 20% damage on body shot. Oh, it's so annoying when you just miss the head and you just hit a medic in the body and doesn't kill them and they uber up. So, oh fuck. That 20% is so important.
Yes. Cozy Camper viable? Question
Yeah.
mark?
I use it with the Huntsman really, just to make sure I keep my aim going.
Because now there's no downsides other than not having an SMG to shoot.
yeah, I never
By
really
using it.
I never really gone with the SMG. For me, it was always like Girati or Girati. Really, I didn't really have a secondary.
When I play sniper, I always use the Razorback, just because I'd rather like lose that secondary option than just constantly get stabbed by a spy and then just rage. So I'd much rather have that security.
To be fair, with my loadouts, I do tend to, if I'm playing really heavy sniper, like really standing back, I do tend to use that. But the problem is in me, I tend to go action sniper sometimes. But in any case, though, I mean, let's get back to the question: what were the worst parts of the update, or can we think of anything else? Overall, it was actually a good update. I can't really think of anything else that really went bad with it.
I
think they.
Oh, you go ahead,
I
Ricochet.
I think they've now killed the short circuit because I always used that thing even before its first buff, but now I just can't use it at all.
Yeah, I can still use it, relatively speaking. I think it's okay now. I think it's okay. I think it stopped being OP as all hell. It may have gone a bit too far. I don't know. But in any case, I don't think we can actually think of anything else about the gunmetal update that was particularly
It's a pretty
that
good
bad.
update.
It was a good update, yeah. I think therefore we should move to question 5, which is a bit more aimed at me, but can be aimed at everybody else, which is from Baldy Dog. Which was better, Steel League or the Barn Blitz tourney? I'm interested in hearing your guys' opinions first before I give mine out.
I didn't play in the Steel League, so
Okay, who here
I
actually
cannot
played in
really,
both?
I didn't play on the Steel League.
I've played both. Does that mean I'm the only one?
Yeah, you're probably only one here.
Oh, okay. Oh, hardcore veteran.
I would have heard it, I was just ill.
No, that's excuses, Tom. Not good enough.
yeah, your excuses are worse than mine.
You don't have any excuses.
I was AFK.
Oh. I was ill.
Okay, so
I was.
which did you prefer, Steel League or Barn Blitz tourney?
Well, from what I've played, so the Steel League one, that was like your first go at this kind of thing, wasn't it, Farrah?
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, and to be honest, being as it was your first go, it was actually, you did a pretty good job of handling it. Like, everything felt organised, and it was still fun, even though like it was organised teams, and it wasn't as like random as a pub, so people think, oh, it's not going to be that great, because people are just going to get like 10 demo man and try hard win and
Yeah.
stuff like that. it turns out people didn't do that, and they went classes that they just thought would be fun and enjoyable, and that's what the Steel League turned out to be.
Yeah.
And similarly, the Barn Blitz tourney saw the same thing. And if I personally had to pick which one I preferred, I would probably just have to go with the Steel League, only because I prefer Steel to Barn Blitz. Barn Blitz, like the original, because I've played Barn Blitz Pro, I'm like knowing the differences. Barn Blitz Pro just seems much better than the original Barn Blitz, having all those extra pathways and
Yeah.
whatnot. And that's why I personally don't like the original Barn Blitz that much.
Yeah, in my own opinion, I think the Barn Blitz tourney did badly. The Steel League, while it was a bit disorganised, not so professional, it was at least kept the tempo up. We was playing over a period of 3 weeks. Hype was all there. All the teams were there, and it was a lovely finish. Barn Blitz tourney, unfortunately, where I decided, let's have a longer time to process these things and stuff like that. The matches got really spread out because captains were really taking their time, making sure they get the absolute best times, and it spread out so long and it became ridiculous. And one team bombed out because no organisation happened. A second team then couldn't make the final because their team fell apart. It wasn't. I thought me delegating the organisation would benefit the captains more, but it actually ruined the league more overly. So I think I may have to use a bigger fist of iron now to really, for the next tournament, of actually getting teams to be there on a certain time rather than do it in your own damn time. The other thing was, and which I think was the biggest problem with the Barn Blitz tournament, more than the Steel League, was the bringing in of comps.
Yeah.
Steel League had a comp team in it, the Hearts of Steel, but to be fair, they were defeatable. They were not as good as they were now. They were possibly they were beatable. They were just quite very well coordinated. But this time we had a second comp team in. I will on record as saying I was told that they weren't a comp team, and it turned out they were. I was lied to at that time. I brought them in, and they just happened to stomp every other team. We basically ended up near with a double comp team finish.
Yeah, they had like 5 platinum players. That's just unfair. There was like a huge gap between the competitive teams and the pub teams.
Yeah, that was the problem, and that's what I felt was really bad about the Barn Blitz tourney. It lost its pub roots.
There were like 2 actual pub matches.
Yeah.
The Egyptians versus Kim Jong-un and the Egyptians versus WC.
Really, that's what they were. I know. I mean, that's the thing I kind of really want to iron out in the next league or so.
Well, one thing.
Yeah.
In the next tournament, I think it would be great if instead of having like a system where if you lose you're out, I think it'd be better if you had it in like an actual league format, so that everyone would get enough games and everyone would play each other a few times.
I respect that, to be fair. I mean, that's one of the questions I did get. The only reason I made knockout was not make it last for absolutely ages, and that's what happened with this one. And I like the idea of knockout, as it put a bit more attention there, a bit more hype, and I think it worked actually back in the Steel League, because it was actually very compact, short dates, and we can get back to normal again. And I meant to do it a bit earlier than that, but stuff came up, as you remember, around about end of February, about March time. Alarm Cops came off the show, and I had to take over so much. I had to rebuild the server, do this, do that. It took me ages to get that all done, and then getting the Barn Blitz tourney organised. The other problem with the Barn Blitz tourney as well, meant to do Barn Blitz Pro 6. And
Oh yeah, I know about this one.
For so many people, so I had to revert back to original Barn Blitz. So my next thing is always make it vanilla maps so everybody's got them already.
Yeah, I think that would be a good safety precaution, because although it might have been an issue with multiplayer, or who knows what it was an issue for, the stock maps is probably better.
Yeah,
Either way.
Overall, I think it was a pretty good idea. I mean, what for you guys? What was the highlights of the Barn Blitz tourney? Did you feel?
our last match, in my opinion, that was the best.
Oh, Hearts of Steel versus the All Stars.
No,
Oh,
just the
WC.
match.
Yeah, you weren't there. I'm afraid. Sorry, Jeeb. Yeah, you wasn't.
Yeah,
We
we crushed the Egyptians. It was amazing. I loved it.
Jesus, man.
We just kicked them in the face, straight back to Egypt.
I just realised how biased this is, seeing as there are 3 people of WC in them.
I did meant to get Chrono Sounds in here, but we had to get something short term, and GBK was there. I was like, oh, okay, we'll bring him in.
I mean, in my opinion, WC is like the TF2 Public Fair and Sky Gold Rush All Stars. It's filled with many good players that I know and Frobisher, but it's a very good team.
Oh,
And Frobisher. God damn it, man. I knew bringing you on this podcast would be hilarious. But yeah, to be fair, I am somewhat biased in that. I mean, I don't think many people here or exist. Actually, I think the only person who's actually current in the community right now, who I could safely say is the oldest and most current community member, is Scootaloops. And Scootaloops remembers me back in the old days when I used to do only commentaries on Skull Gold Rush EU, back when it was vanilla.
Scootaloops is still here.
Scootaloops hangs around. Scootaloops comes in every now and again.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't. Wow, that's some dedication then.
Yeah, no, I've had Davey occasionally turns up once in a while. But yeah, a lot of people have dropped in, dropped out, and that kind of stuff. But you know, Scootaloops has always been there. One of the constants of the community. But yeah, so
Going back to the Barn Blitz tourney quickly, I do agree with GBK that the match between WC and the Egyptians was the best.
because it felt like to the actual community teams going up against each other, didn't it?
Well, it was more enjoyable. I mean, being completely destroyed by comp teams wasn't fun. Against the Egyptians, it was challenging, and
Yeah.
that was good. But against Hoz, we just didn't stand a chance.
Yeah,
But
I
our
think,
communication was like crap at that point. I had like a rant about it in the discussions. It's really crap.
I think that's the thing I'm going to have to do for next time. And the big problem is actually identifying what's the problem with this. Because if we say no comp teams, and I know WC's going for a comp angle, that's going to disable you out of the next tournament. Even though you're one of the founder teams in a strange way. WC was actually a veteran team, so they've always been around. The other one being was Pink Jong-un. They recovered somewhat. But here's the thing.
One thing we could possibly do about that is we could just have like no set teams, like WC not being in it or like anything like that. But you could just have captains who pick anyone from the community, and then we could have fair and balanced teams all going against each other.
Captains picking certain members. There's a tendency possibly for old teams to come back together again. I mean, it's a nice idea. I mean, I could actually just basically randomise everybody going to their own separate teams, but I don't like that aspect of it. If it was too arbitrary, if it was forcing people together, and there could be luck of the draw, you could have a lot of pros on one team. I like the idea of community teams. It might simply come down to the fact that you can have a certain amount of comp players in a team, but that could really screw over a lot of things. I mean, I don't really want to seem unfair to Hearts of Steel. I mean, they're a great team. Those guys are 24 karat gold. They're nice guys, but I don't feel I want to exclude them from something which I feel might. But this is the thing: do I then pick? Do I have to weigh the well-being of a one team versus the rest of the community and the game at large? It's a very hard decision for me to make.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit of an issue for like your community where you have these like separately run competitive like Team Fortress leagues, and you have people that don't usually play in pubs and whatever, and that they go and do their comp things, like which I'm one of them. And but then when they stumble across a community like yours, where they get the privilege of being being shown in a commentary by a guy known as TF2 Public Ferret, they all jump on the band. They all jump on the bandwagon and go like, "Oh, let's all go into this little tournament this commentator's hosting and like wreck everyone because it'll be really good and make us look really cool and whatever. And of course, that's not everyone. I'm not like saying Hearts of Steel are just there for the fame and they're like going, oh, we just want to be one so everyone thinks we're the best. No, I'm saying that that's what some people are like.
I think that's what happened with BC.
Yes.
In all honesty, I do think that's why I think we're not going to invite anybody else outside of the community again. You'd have to be in the community, and I did kind of make some allowances for them to come in, and I regret that badly. I mean, if we're going into this, there was a lot of controversy about Hearts still coming into the first league, where they, had some pros in the team and they would dominate everything, and turns out they did. But I don't think they did it in such a horrible fashion. They were still beatable in those games. It just took a bit of doing, and none of the teams were really up to scratch. Nobody got the comms down yet. I think if there were comms down, like Mumble was up and running, I think we might have seen some very interesting gameplay, because the teams could then have actually communicated a lot easier. And the whole point of me getting the Mumble thing set up that we're using now actually was just to simply get players to do stuff. I mean, we actually see a few players come in every now and again, jump in on one of the teams and do stuff like that. I see. The strangest thing is actually, I see more people use the Mumble server for casual stuff than I do my server. People love using this server.
People are doing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I see you there, Nello Dante and Out of Love in Team 1.
I often play with them.
We're
Frush as
watching
well.
you.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, I think we're done with that. I will try and tighten up the next tourney, to be fair, and I will think about what I'm going to do with that.
Just make sure that it's not 50v50, because it's a bit too much, 15v15.
15 versus
12.
15. I
Yes.
kind of love that angle. That's the one part I really want to keep in. The chaoticness.
I
is
dislike
part-
chaoticness.
But I love it. It is
That's because you're a
very...
scout.
It's very pub TF2, and oh no. The stream is dying a little bit. Hopefully it's going to recover. This does happen occasionally, but we've got some recording, so we'll continue nevertheless. For those of you who are listening on Twitch, I must apologise if quality is going down or degrading here and there, but we will have it recorded. Any case, let's get on to question 6. Seeing as how this is live, well, not so sure about that right now. What would you like to see happen with TF2 Public Ferret community and organisation as a whole? That's from me.
I just want
Oh.
to see you get 1,000 subscribers so you do that karaoke night.
Well, I
It's
will.
too late for
Okay,
that.
I will extend the offer. When I get that, I will do karaoke. I'll supposed to be the end of July, but I will extend it to whenever.
I might get the new ringtone of it.
I mean, okay. I mean, I'd like to expand the community, and I've had some discussion with Dr. Frobisher Fanning about this. Do you guys want me to really expand the community? Because there's a list of other things. Now we could have what's the dissolution actually of players. We got a lot of regulars. We get a lot of new people in. But a lot of people new people maybe people don't know about. That might really, people feel they can't get into the right server and stuff like that. I'm wondering if you guys are okay with that idea.
God, I'm kind of confused as to what you were getting at.
Yeah,
Well,
same.
we get more 1,000 subscribers, more people come in,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I see.
Are you worried that basically with more new guys in the server, we're going to lose the community because there's going to be a lot of newer players?
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that's my
do you
bad.
mind if I start?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, okay. It's quite a sad thing sometimes when you have a bunch of regular people who are always playing together, and you get that you get like the chat, the Team Fortress chat is a lot like alive with people saying like, "Oh, god damn you, this person! Oh look, Tom got killed by a flog again, haha." and then like when new people come, you kind of lose that like friendly synergy between all players, and so sometimes things can get a little nasty. And I think there was a commentary like a month or two ago, Ferret, where there was like a kid joined, and he was like mic spamming and swearing or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
saw a video on that guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I got it from. And like that's the kind of thing that I don't want to happen, where you just get really nasty people all together in one thing, and yeah.
Well, there's always me to, keep an eye on that kind of stuff, to be fair. I may be a communist dictator, but I know rough justice.
You
when
allow
needed.
democracy.
I enable democracy, only strictly for my advantage.
Communist dick.
It's like a Chinese democracy here.
Okay, who wants to play CQ Hydro? Me!
No,
Actually,
fuck that map.
I like that map.
I like it, yeah. I mean, to be fair, we only play it like once, twice or 3 times a year, and separately spaced because, that map is full try hard. It kills people at their desks.
It even makes me go try hard.
Jesus Christ! I mean, we'll get onto that later. But the thing is, though, I think with TF2 Public Fair, I do have kind of a dream as such with it, which is I would like this to become and this is a big claim and it's a dream here, mind you. I would like this to become a new European friendlier Skyle. And one that's not motivated by cramming so many people into servers by making everything fast respawn. We have vanilla
Or
respawn
2-fort.
vanilla respawn servers, no 2-fort. And all the maps you really want to play. Who remembers going on Scarlet? Yeah, go on Thunder Mountain. Oh wait, it's gone. And recently, as it only happened recently, the Egyptians got evicted, and super recently, Gold Rush got evicted.
I got evicted before
Dear.
with Badlands.
Yeah, this is the
I was
thing.
heartbroken.
I really want to make up a community where basically I get some multiple servers. They're not that expensive, really, servers. And I get guys to, I love you guys to use the server all the time and, get on with that. I mean, it's really hard trying to get you all into one server. I have to organise it and you will disappear again. I'm trying to find the right mix of whatever it is to get you guys in one place and do it willingly, like its own self-sustaining reaction. But
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. When we are doing like shenanigans and you are playing with us, you
Yeah.
just leave, and after you left, the server just dies.
Yeah, it's really sad.
It's the weirdest thing, and I don't know why that is, personally, unless I just have a magnetic personality, and even then, I'm not sure of that.
This it's quite speaking mostly to Skyle and other communities as well that have this kind of issue of like empty servers all the time. A long time ago, Valve did an update to the TF2 Quick Play option, which made it so that the default settings were only Valve servers would be picked.
Yep.
And that kind of eliminated all of the new opportunities and chances for server communities like yourself and Skyle and all sorts of other ones to get new players in. And it's just like only now have Valve realised that and have started to supplement it slightly by removing Valve servers from the server list on the if you manually go to find a server, which is not nice of them, but it's a bit too late for that.
I don't know, maybe with matchmaking, that might breeze back. And the other thing is, actually, I do think I pick up random people. Because you do find random people wandering into my server, and I don't know how they get there. But my server, actually, believe it or not, is about 98% vanilla. There's only a couple of things. I think the damage thread is still on again, but I could just set that to something else. The only thing in the server actually, that is different is AllTalk. AllTalk is on. Because I remember when I had it originally started, everybody was complaining about lag and stuff, and I had to move the server again. I took off. What was the source mod? That was it, source mod. I took it off because I think it was gumming up the works. And I now use Archon and base commands for everything, and it works really well. I literally can. I've got a bind on my keyboard to enable communism. That's how easy it is now. So actually, I think we still get a bit of traffic through from randoms here and there, and I do try and use my spiel and plug the channel, but they seldom stick anymore. But yeah, I think overall, some expansion would be nice and whatnot, but
Maybe you could get some a bit more attention. Some way of like making the Twitch channel a bit bigged up a bit more. And then, because Twitch is such a good source of, as well as YouTube, obviously, a good source of getting new people in, and that could help as well.
Yeah, the Twitch channel has been handy actually, because whenever I do a commentary on that, I put the server IP in the title, and I think people find that and they connect in their various certain ways. It has been helpful. The thing is, though, I usually play tons of other games on Twitch as well for light relief and entertainment and all that kind of stuff. Maybe need a separate channel or anything like that. But overall, I think when I hit 1,000, the other thing I was going to say, when I hit 1,000 subs, I will officially introduce myself to the TF2 subreddit, and then hopefully it will go from there. But nothing until I get to 1,000 subs. That's when I'll do it.
Yes.
Yeah. The videos right now are so prolifically being made, but there's barely any attention on them anymore. I mean, people do watch them, and most of the community watch them, but they just don't get any outside press. So, that's the thing. Okay, and I think we're going to come to the actually, any other now anything else you want to see from TF2 Public Fair as a whole? Anything? Other videos?
More hats.
More hats. Okay.
I like the TF2 catwalk idea you came up earlier.
Oh my god, we need that to happen. Especially with skins. Next time something's looming on the horizon with the fashion thing coming out, we need a cat. Okay, to whoever's actually listening to this who can actually design levels, we need to actually make a catwalk server. People will go nuts for it. A catwalk map will be amazing. And as I've experienced from XCOM, you guys love dress up.
No, not really. I just want to be better than Frobisher.
Where are you,
Dress
Frobisher?
up.
This is going to turn into a competition now. Whoever can dress up the most.
It
To be
might
fair,
do.
Frobisher, you were looking for new loadouts all afternoon.
Yeah, I have
Messaging
been
me
looking
about
at new loadouts. I can't decide on a new loadout.
And we see Frobisher coming out in his lovely sniper ensemble using the bucket hat and the villain's veil, nicely painted in drab shades of grey.
Oh, he's showing a bit of leg there.
I can just see Faster walking out with that shitty unusual, with like a bucket and then a cloud.
Yeah.
Just walking out, just like, yeah. So
He sold it.
I can
he
also
sold it.
Yeah.
Aww.
I can also imagine people just throwing bottles of piss on the stage. I don't like this piss.
Piss turns my booties blue.
Oh yeah, and what the hell is that problem?
Yes,
Your boots are blue, yellow, or red at any given moment. I don't know what.
Yeah,
the
they
hell-
are haunted for some reason. It's like a sniper throws Girati at me, boom. Blue suede shoes.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Okay. Other than that, I think we're going to get down to question 7, which is one of the most eagerly awaited questions of the whole thing. Is why do I get salty when I play FTF2? And this is
Who
GBK's
asked that?
question at me.
I had a traumatizing experience.
Yes.
I won't go into detail.
Yeah, so the problem is I get very salty when I play TF2. Yes. Now, how do I answer this? I don't want to lie to you guys, and I don't want to give you like a dodge. I get mad. I get mad very badly. I look at a game, I see we have 4 snipers, I get annoyed. I see something do something wrong, I get annoyed, I get further annoyed. Now, what you guys got to realise is, I've been around TF2 for a very long time. I have all the vintages. I started back in the day when engineers couldn't move shit. I was back in the day when pyros didn't have an air blast button. I literally came in after the Gold Rush update, which actually would now be called the Medic update, because that's really what they did. They brought out Gold Rush with a cart push map, which is new at the time, and then they actually brought out Ultimate Weapons, which you had to get based on achievements. Like, how do you get Bloodsalga? Where do you are there weapons? And there was no such thing as inventory or anything like that. It was a magical time, and so I played the game since then until now, and I'm still making age-old mistakes, and I'm like wondering, when can I enjoy this game? I love good games of TF2. Love a good game where you're on a good team, you're struggling like crazy, and the enemy team is just doing everything they can, and you're doing everything you can, and it's a great game. And it's not simply because, games where basically your team folds because basically too dumb and built 3 centuries next to each other. Oh, for fuck's sake! You're looking for that good game, you just can't find it. Valve's here.
That's what you can expect with pubs.
Yes, and
If
again,
you really want a good team, you should just do competitive, in my opinion.
but that's kind of my problem, you see. I don't like competitive. I don't like that structured environment. I want to go on TF2 when I damn well feel like it and have some fun. Hence the whole point of TF2 Public Ferret. I am here to educate and entertain. Some emphasis on the other. I do try and educate most of the time. I think you guys have learnt most of anything I've said. Hopefully the matchmaking update will fix most of my problems and I should get good teams. The other thing is I am quite competitive in my own way. I do like to win a game, and I do have a tendency to blame other people.
In my opinion, only the medics get to blame others.
Yeah, I agree with that. Medics do damn hard work, and to be fair, you get the quick fix medic who are trying to run into Central. Oh God, why?
It's like the opposite of World of Warcraft, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's like, what, you trying to use a crits creed to take down a sentry? Oh, stuff like that. It's where I get really annoyed where people, didn't you actually think about this, or did you read the product? This is a crits creed. And to be fair, it doesn't actually say crits don't do any damage to sentries and stuff like that. But it's like, didn't you think about what you was doing? I mean, I like to think about every situation I'm in. And that's why I tell you guys about neat little tricks. Like the atomizer. If you're under bonk, you don't get damage from it. It used the arcing motion of nades. Again, great versus sentries and stuff like that. So, when I'm with you guys, I don't run into the rage so hard. Not really. In Valve tier, I can rage really badly, and Dr. Frobisher Fanning knows that. And I
Yes,
apologize.
Yeah, I can confirm too.
You cannot expect a good team in a Valve server.
I know, but it's...
Especially when Tom joins us.
Oh,
That gives you someone to blame.
Yeah, I mean, I do things wrong. I'm not a good player as I used to be. I have come down my skills pretty badly now. The only thing I can say is I play every class. That's one of the only things I can say when I do commentaries, because I know what one class wants to do and how it will enter another class. That's the only way I've got my insights from. Is I play everything. I played a reasonable amount. Soldier's my weakest class, to be fair. I just don't really get along with Soldier. But yeah, the reason why I get salty is because I get mad very easily. I would like to win, and I've been playing for so long that I really, really just want good games. From here on in, really. You can't have a good one every day, but maybe it's a necessity I need to prove myself. Maybe I feel as if, in order to tell you guys what to do or give you advice, I have to be better than you guys.
That's a good way to look at it. Even though it's a bit saddening sometimes.
Well, let me put it this way. How am I supposed to tell you guys how to do something when I can't beat you guys? Because technically, in that way, you're already better than I am. What right do I have to tell you how to do things? It's the old martial fashion of, who's doing this best? Well, the guy who kicks your ass the hardest, really, and I can't do that anymore. Maybe you've either just developed so intensely with each other that I've kind of lost ground with you all, or you actually learnt quite nicely and I just can't keep up with you anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, the good thing about your commentaries is that it's like filled with very good players. Playing with good players improves your gameplay.
Oh yes, I mean, I remember the time, and I don't mean to name names here. It was after the Steel League actually, and there was a lot of people worried about tierings of players and stuff like that. And they wanted to have Trisoft Wednesday. I came with Trisoft Wednesday to try to make it work. People kind of fell out a bit, but then they came back, and I never thought these guys were bad players, and I did try to do my best. But you know what? Everybody's back now. Everything's good. Everybody still have a lot of fun now, and I think it is generally because you get to play with a lot of good players. And maybe what I should do is maybe take a sabbatical, like take a month or two out, and just simply play against you guys a lot and get good again. That might need to be the case, really. Although, to be fair, I'm still a mean backburner.
Just stop playing in Valve servers.
That might need to be the case. If I want to play TF2, I just need to call the Horde like I usually do. But anyway, I think that's anything else to add to this podcast, you guys? Anything you want to say?
I like hats. And that's why I play TF2.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I think it's been a good podcast so far. We've had a lot of questions. It's been very nice. It's all good. I'm not sure when next going to be. Probably around at Christmas or something on those lines. Thank you very much, guys, gentlemen, for turning up. There is one thing I would like to say, though. As of now, the July Nutshell is out. So
It is?
just now, literally.
I'm just
that's
gonna go
it.
watch it. Be right back.
Right. Okay, guys.
Took you 14 days.
I'll
Good
see
job.
I'll see you guys later. Okay. All right. See you later, Twitch, and I'll see you guys later on the commentaries. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Go to hell.